Hello, fellow modelers. Welcome to this lecture. Today we'll be looking at Sumifs, Countifs, and Averageif. Okay. So today we'll look at how to find the sum using IFS. Okay, and how to count the transactions using Countifs, and we'll find averages for sales. Okay. Just to start with, this is the data that we've been working with. So use this data to analyze and come up with the totals using those tools. Okay, you need to know these because these are items that will go in your dashboard. You're required to come up with sums and count the transactions and averages. So when you're coming up with a dashboard, the output, you need to know how to use these tools. So the first thing is you are given a question. So a question for Sumifs will require you to come up with the totals given these criteria. Okay, so these criteria will be asked in the question. For example, they say maybe find the total using Sumif for February, total for all the transactions that were done in February, or transactions that were done in January, and the type of the vehicle, a car or smart vehicle. These are German vehicles. Okay, so maybe those vehicles, all smart vehicles that were sold in Tanzania, what's the total using this account IFS? So this is the scenario that are given. Or maybe you can be asked, find the find the total sales using some IFS. And the transaction should have happened in February, and the transaction was involving selling a Apollo car to DR Congo. Okay. So you use these scenarios like that. So what do we do now when we're given such kind of a scenario? When we're given only one one item, the simplified one, most will be asked to use this some IF without an S at the end. But when we are given different criteria, okay, you'll be asked to use the some IFS, because some IFS is superior to some IF. Some IF is limited to one criteria, okay? It can't do more than one criteria. So when you're given more than one criteria, just want to need to use some IFS, okay? No matter the circumstance. So now, let's begin. So what you do, we go on the total. We are given these scenarios already. So we're just typing the formula so that we see how we can come up with the total. So we go in total sales. We're using what is the total sales for February using some IF. So we're going to type equal sign. You type the word sum if, okay, sum if. So it will only sum the total sales in February only. No matter if there are 10 years, it will just be adding February for each year. So you do equal sign sum if, then your tab. Make sure you tab sum if, then it will give you what range. The range is the month. We are searching from the month. That's the range. Okay, the range is the month. So just go and click on January, hold control, go on the arrow down to highlight. Okay, to highlight like that, you highlight up to the last transaction. Okay, of the last transaction. The last transaction is on 170 before, so you highlight like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, up to 174. Yeah. Okay, 174 is here. Okay, let's start again. Let's start. So if you want, you can just go and type it there. A2, A 174. Okay, comma. Since we know so that's the range. So you highlight up to the end there. Then what is the criteria? You put a comma. The criteria is the month in the table where we're finding the total. So in this case, the criteria is February. And the sum range, so comma, sum range is D from D4 to D170 to D174. So you type D4 to D70 to D174. So it will highlight like that. That is, if you don't want to highlight one by one, you can just type. So and then you close the bracket, okay? Then you find those totals like that. Then how do you go to the next one? The next one, this one, because it has got more than one criteria, you need to use Sumifs. So it's supposed to be, a vehicle supposed to be smart, but the sales should be in January and they were sold to Tanzania. So you type your equal sign, you put some IFS. This one now is okay with the S class. Then you tab. What's the sum range? Sum range here is D4. So you can type if you want, or you can drag, you can go and highlight, okay? So D4 to, so with the two dots, you can just go on control, then after L there, that's where you find the two dots, to D174 to D174. D174, so you put a comma. Criteria range 1. The criteria range 1 is the column in months, okay? The range. So range 1, the criteria range 1 is the months. That one is A4 to A174. You put a comma. Criteria 1 is the vehicle, this one, I mean, it's a month, the first month. Criteria 1 is the month. So criteria range 1, the month. The criteria, the range is the months, the column for months. Then the criteria 1 is supposed to suit. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the months. Then we click also the criteria is the month in which where we're finding the answer. In this case, it's January, okay? In the table there. Okay, you just click there. Then you put a comma. Now we go to range 2. The second range is the cars, a column for where there are cars, where you can find the cars. So that one is B4. So you type B4. Type B4 to B174. Then comma. So this one, the criteria will be the type of a vehicle in this table is smart. That's the one we are looking for in the column. Okay. Then we put a comma. The last one, criteria range 3 will be the country, right? Criteria range 3 will be the country. The country. So the country in this case will be a criteria range 3. The column for countries. So it's a C4 C4 to C174. Okay, comma. What's the criteria? The criteria is Tanzania. That's what we are looking for. When you reach here, there are no more criteria range and criteria that you have been given. This is the last criteria. So you can close now. Okay, you can close the bracket. Okay. So smart cars that were sold to Tanzania in January, the total sales will be so much. So now you will be required to write, okay, at the end of you write a report. February sales, total February sales was so much. Then smart cars that were sold in January to Tanzania was so much. This is the simplest way of sorting data, okay? So we go to the last one. This last one, you can just copy the previous formula. So the way we copy, we will not use the same formula. Just go on Control, then D. Okay, then it automatically gets the formula and replaces it with the criteria that are here. Then you are done and you are cool. Cool like that. Okay, meaning you are done here. So if the formula is repetitive, it is no need of you to start doing from beginning. You can just copy that formula and edit where possible. You'll use the same formula. Okay, if you want to check if it has picked the correct information, you see it has picked correct information like that. Okay. Now we go to Countifs. Okay. So here, total transaction. Total transactions. Okay. How many transactions did we do in February? Okay. Just total transactions. Doesn't matter whether they're different cars or just in February, how many transactions did we do? So you use Countifs, or you can use Countif. Okay. So count, you do equals count if okay, count if because of one scenario, but you can also use ifs even if you have got one scenario, but usually to confuse you, if you use ifs on one scenario, you might think maybe you need more scenario, especially in the exam setup. So for the exam setup, please, when you're given one scenario, just use if, okay? And even the question, mostly you'll be asked to use the if, not ifs. Okay. So now, sorry, I'm also listening to Parliament. So yes, in the background, listen, you are hearing the Parliament issue. Counter if, then you tab. Okay, what is the range? The range is the months. The months are starting from A4. So type A4 to A174. Okay. Then comma. What is the criteria? The criteria is the month in this table. Okay. Then close bracket. Okay. So transaction just in February were 15. Okay, were 15 transactions. Okay, of different type of vehicles that were sold. Now we want to find out how many smart vehicles. Okay. How many smart vehicles did we sell? Okay, here let's put a different country. Let's put Namibia. Namibia here. Okay, let's say how many smart vehicles did we sell to a country called Namibia? Okay. Let's see what we'll find. So here we do count because there are three criteria as well. So Countifs is the only one that will apply here. Countifs. Countifs. Okay, that's what we're going to use. So let's type the formula now. So equal sign Countifs. Then what's the criteria range 1? Criteria range 1 is the months. And so you type A4 to A174, comma. What's the criteria 1 is the month. You put comma. What is criteria range 2 is the vehicle, the cars, okay? So the cars are found in which row? From B4 to B174. So you type B4 to B174. Okay, then comma. What is the criteria 2? The vehicle, the car here which you are looking for is smart. So that's the one, then comma. What's the range 3? Range 3 is the country. The country is found in C4. So comma C4 to C174. Okay, then comma. What is the criteria is Namibia here. Then you close bracket, okay? Close bracket because you are done with your formula. Then enter. So meaning there were no transaction, no vehicle was sold to Namibia of no smart vehicle, a smart car that was sold to Namibia. So what happens if we change this one? Maybe let's change it to what was here was Tanzania at first. What if you change it to Tanzania? Therefore, if the formula is correct, it's supposed to change because Tanzania we have that vehicle was sold to Tanzania. So Tanzania, Tanzania. Okay. Okay, Tanzania 2. Okay, so what if we change it to a different country? Okay, let's pick Malawi. Malawi. Malawi, did we sell anything? 0. We didn't sell smart vehicle in Malawi. Okay. Okay. What if we change the vehicle here and they say you pick a Polo? I know, let's pick Audi. Did we say Audi? We didn't sell Audi to Malawi. Okay. What about Porsche or Porsche? Did we sell Porsche? We sold Porsche to Malawi, but not in January, okay? So sometimes even the month also here will give you, so we didn't sell Porsche in January to Malawi, but maybe we sold Porsche in a different, maybe in August. Let's check August. How many in August did we sell? Okay, so only one vehicle we sold to Malawi. So this is how we do the counting. So this one has got 3 as well. So just then they are similar. So just copy the first one. So Control D. It will give you that in Congo we sold an Apollo. We sold an Apollo to Congo. One transaction, only one vehicle we sold to Congo. So this is the how you analyze the data using Sumif and Countifs. Okay. Okay, hope you are getting me. Then the other way, how the averages and Sumif are the same. So what you do is you just copy this here. You just copy this here. Okay. You just copy them there instead of redoing the work again. So you come here and paste. And paste, just paste. Paste it together with the formulas, okay? Okay, so now we have these formulas. So let's change the areas. We want average sales, okay? Average sales. So average now, what we want is so because you also interspect these ones here. So if we need to pick the first one was F4. So here we're supposed to pick 170, A4 to A70. So A4, we just edit the formula. A4 to A4 to A70. Okay. Then here L is okay. Then here what you are looking for is the cells. The cells are in D. So go on D, we just edit, okay? We're just editing the formulas. So D4 to D170 to D174. Then you do, okay. Okay. So we want an average here. So you go back, you remove Sumif and put average. Okay. You put average, then tab, then you go at the end and enter. So you get those ones, okay? Then you come to this one, sum IFS. So you're just going to change again. Where there's I to 170 shanshan, you put the correct sales, because this table is not defined. So that's why you get those ones. So here we're going to put average. Okay. Average IFS. Average IFS. Okay, so we just change the formula again here. So here we want A. You're just changing the letters, okay? Where is I, you put A. Okay. If you want, you can restart again the process, but this is the shortest way doing it, you can just go and edit the formula. Okay. So A4 to A74, then okay. Criteria range. Okay. Maybe we just redo it. It will confuse you. Let me just redo it from beginning. Okay. We just delete everything and do it together for the sake of those who are unable to see. So you type equals average IF. Average IF is here. You can just go and click on it and then tab. Okay. So what is the average range? The average range, the average range is the month. The average range 1 is the month. So A4 to A174, comma, criteria okay, this one starts with a sum, so sorry. This one will start with the the cells first. So the cells are in D4 to D174. So D4 to D170 to D174. Okay. To D174. Okay there. Then comma. So now that's where you go to criteria. That's when you go back now to criteria. So criteria range 1, it will be the A4. A4 to A174, comma. Then what's the criteria? The criteria is this one. Okay. Comma. Then the range 2 will be the cars. The cars are in B4. From B4 to B174, comma. Okay. What is the criteria for this one? Is this vehicle here, the smart? Then comma. Then the range 3. The range 3 is C4 to C174. Okay, put a comma. Then criteria 3 is the country here. Then close bracket. Okay, so that is the average. So when you're using SumIF without the S, the average range is at the end. So those are the cells, eh? But when you're using SumIFS, the average range is at the beginning. Then the criteria range later and the criteria. So when you come here, this second one is just the same things that we're doing. So you just control D. Then you have those ones automatically they will control themselves. They will be correct. So these are the average cells. These are the average cells. You can see since here this is similar to this one, the average of one number is just that number divided by 1. Okay. So that's that for today. That will be our lesson. If you have any challenges, please contact me. It sounds simple, but these are very critical in modeling. As we do the questions, you're going to see how these will apply. Okay, we are moving step by step, though you don't have much time. So I'll urge all of you that did not attend class, please listen to this video, go through, if possible, create your own information, some information that you can use and practice. Thank you very much for your time and for time to listen. Have a good day. My question, Madam Speaker, is it possible for the minister and come up with a list of workers who have been retired at this point? Is it possible that the minister can come with a list of those who have been retired at prison for their separation? Thank you, Madam.